The day has finally come where we go from looking at our computer screens all day to actually talking to people and having a real routine. And of course, we all got settled down and we got used to our online routine, so this is gonna be a little bit tricky to get out of. And some of us really liked online, aka me, but some of us got really sick of it and are really thankful that we're going back to in-person. But regardless, it's here, so let's take it one step at a time because I know it can be super overwhelming and it's a huge change. But change can be good if we want it to and if we shape it to be. And so today, study buddies, I'm gonna teach you how to get through this awkward phase of getting back to in-person classes. Let's get into it. Socializing, talking to actual human beings. It sounds so freaking hard and is actually hard. I have so many tips for this one because I literally used to be the most unsocial person in the world. And now I'm talking to you and a whole bunch of other people literally through a screen, and I don't know how I'm doing it, but I'm doing it. So I'm gonna teach you how to get back your social skills. Okay, so first things first is that I watched a lot of YouTube videos when I did not know how to socialize. My absolute favorite channel for this is Charisma on Command. They break down everything for you. They even teach you lines to say and how to get more confident. And there's also Matthew Hussey. Now he gives dating advice, but he also says himself that his tips can be used to make friends or on literally anyone. So you guys should go try it out. And I'll link both of them in the description. Another concept you have to realize is that socializing is literally just practice. We all knew how to do it because we would meet people every day. And so you literally just have to go out and meet people again and again and again, and it will eventually come back. And if you're super lost and just don't know what the heck to do, literally just type in how to socialize or how to talk to people, and you will relearn the skill that you already have deep down inside of you. Also, everyone else feels just like you. I kid you not, I met up with some friends and they literally said that they could not socialize anymore. And we had some awkward moments, but it honestly felt so good just meeting up with someone and talking to someone because it's really rare and we all took it for granted before. Just remember, if you choke up or don't really know what to say, the other person you're talking to feels the exact same way. Okay, so the second way you and I are gonna go back to in-person is by looking at our previous routine. So I personally had to get up at 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. just to get to school, and it was literally so exhausting. It was really exhausting, and it was one part of my routine that I really did not like. So this year, I'm gonna change it. And so I encourage you to look at the parts of your previous routine that you did not like and look at any way to change it so it's more enjoyable. You can do this by thinking of when you were in person and how your day looked and what you didn't like out of it, and then literally write this down and change it. I read this beautiful quote the other day. It said, if you don't like where you are, then move because you aren't a tree. The process of this sounds a little bit tricky, but it will help you transition so smoothly when you go in person. Another concept that I really didn't like about my previous routine was that I didn't feel like I had enough time to sleep because I would literally wake up late, or I would spend so much time in school and I would spend my free time elsewhere. So if you don't like your sleep schedule, change it. It will help you so much. Okay, so my third tip is really kind of simple, but it's just to take naps. So when we get overwhelmed with something, we also feel physically exhausted, and this can take a toll on our bodies. Naps will also help you relieve your anxiety. So if you have social anxiety or you just feel anxious, this will help you so much. And don't think of anything stressful during this time. Just think of it as a nap and you're taking things one at a time. Just a side note with this tip, don't oversleep, guys. Set timers and make yourself get up. Have a little bit of self-discipline with this one because this will literally wreck your whole day and make you stay up at night. Moving on to the next one, and probably the biggest one, which is doing tests in person without cheating. This is probably the biggest one that most people are stressed out about. But I promise you, you will get through this little phase of having that anxiety again because you used to do it. You literally used to go write tests in person in a classroom. We just have to bring that trait back out of you. So one major way we can start off by doing that is by analyzing how you used to study and bring back those habits. Of course, try to focus on the ones that really helped you and hit home because those ones will help you in the future as well. A major reason why we're scared to go back in person is because we have to work harder and be uncomfortable. So get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Just think of it like this. If you work hard, you will literally do fine on your in-person test. There's no secret behind it. And of course, ask your teachers for accommodations during this transition, especially with tests. Like, for example, ask your teacher if you can write your exam in a room alone, but do this way in advance so they know and they can book a room. Also, write down the ways you used to study and get comfortable with those methods so you know you have to use them again. Just remember, the only thing you can do is try your hardest. So if you're doing that, you are absolutely on the right track. The last anxiety that I think me and you are gonna have is creating extra time. By this, I mean that in the pandemic, we had a lot of extra time. Like, we literally did not know what to do with a lot of that time, or at least I didn't. Going back to school is definitely gonna take a toll on that, and it's gonna affect us. So a powerful way you can transition out of this is by waking up early and adding extra time for those little things you created during the pandemic, like watching that Netflix show you got attached to. I know a lot of people are going to be like, no, because Netflix is bad and all this, but you are going to go in with so much anxiety if your whole routine flips upside down. So you should add those little fun things that may have wasted your time a little bit, but they will relieve your anxiety and they'll help with the transition. Also move your schedule around to make those things fit. Remember to keep track of your mental health during this time. Because change is absolutely good, but it can definitely come with anxieties, and I don't want you to go through that. Thank you so much for watching and supporting me each and every day. I hope these tips help you, and I hope you know that everyone around you is going through the same thing. I'm gonna go through this with you. And if you have extra tips, please comment below so you can help each other out in the comments. I love you guys so much.